Hello everyone. I'm Peterson. This is Andrew, Xavier, and Junhui. We are Team NUS Flea. Okay. I'm an international student and I live in a NUS hostel. At the end of every semester, students check out and they leave behind various reusable items. Okay. Hello, checking. Yeah. So students leave behind various reusable items like printers, stationeries, apparels, etc. So in most cases, these items are thrown away and wasted. But there may be students who might need them, right? So we've all heard the saying, right? One man's trash is another man's treasure. So how do we get the students to recycle these items? So using the iCreate opportunity, we came up with a mobile application to allow students to showcase these items that can be donated. So NUS Flea is a convenient platform for students to give away items, unwanted items, but reusable items that can be used by other students. So all students have to do is just take a picture of the item to be donated, add some description to it, and post it on NUS Flea. And those showcase items can then be viewed by other students who may be in need of them, and they can request for it and eventually collect those items. So, yeah. So it's that simple. It's free. It will always be free with no strings attached. Yeah. So what's the market value? It may not have much of monetary value, but we know that donations are done out of goodwill, right? So it fosters a kind of generous attitude in the student community, and we allow NUS Flea allows every student to do their part in saving Earth's resources by wasting less and reusing more. Yeah. Now my friend Andrew will talk about a use case scenario.
Hi. I'll be giving you three real-life examples of how NUS Flea, or in here we call it Flea at NUS, could be used in the school. So this is number one scenario. So let me read it. As the new academic year starts, an exchange student, Maury, would like to have some basic cooking utensils to share his hometown recipe with his fellow roommates. While browsing through Flea at NUS, he found several usable cooking wares looking for a second owner, donated by Sun. Maury immediately requested for the utensils. They communicated via email and mobile phones to arrange for a pickup time and venue. Maury picks up a wonderful set of cooking ware, while Sun feels excited when there's less thing in the landfill. So this is part of our usual encounter when we want to stay in a hostel, or we are going to have extra unwanted but usable items to give away. So we have going to our second example here. This free cycle is an initiative to lessen the burden of our Mother Earth. So NUS Flea, based on this concept of free but recyclable initiative. So in NUS, we would like to start this local initiative to kickstart this initiative for our own local students. So this is second use case scenario. This on the way back from his grocery for today's dinner, Maurice spots a printer someone has put along the corridor with a free sign. He uses his mobile phone and snaps a picture using Flea at NUS. Upon entering some brief information about the printer and its location, Maurice submits it to Flea at NUS. Anpar, a freshman who is browsing nearby and sees the available printer, following the direction and information posted, which he does gladly, he happily retrieves the printer to print his first lecture notes in the next morning. So this is again an example for a student in NUS who would like to have their own printer, but because of some problems they have, they do not have a printer. Maybe they will have a printer in their room so they can print. Next. So we have a third example here. So in this mobile platform, anything can go in this mobile platform, and this surprise then ends in Flea at NUS. Ampar has 3 empty jam jars and 5 empty oatmeal boxes. He decides to post the items on Flea at NUS. Unknowingly, Xin, who studies architecture in school, requires some recyclable items for her project. Using this platform, she requested for the jars and boxes. Now Xin can start to build her project house. So in this example, we'll see that a lot of items that we normally throw in the dustbin, the trash bin, we will be able to give them these items a new life by giving it to someone who really needs it. So for this case, these recyclable items can be used as a project, raw material for Xin. So moving on, I would like to pass this mic to Junhui.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. So now I'll talk more about the technology behind this thing. So our app is built for the Android mobile phone, and it's coded in Java using the Android SDK. So it basically comprises of 3 layers. The first is the UI layer on Android, and second is the Azure interface, consisting of the mobile web service, which accesses SQL storage for text data, and the REST interface for block, which stores images. So basically, it relies on using activity classes and static XML layout. We chose not to use programmatically created layouts. For menus, it's created dynamically using code because it depends on the login state. And the app is backward compatible with older versions of Android up to 2.3. So now I'll move on to a live demonstration of the app. Okay, so over here, the user has logged into the app, and he is a NUS student. So over here, we are at the account management page. By pressing the avatar icon here, we can see the different options available to us. We can log out, we can go to account management, which is the page here, and we can donate items. So as you can see, this person has not requested any items from the market yet. However, he has donated items. So these are some of the items that the person has donated in the market. And if we click on the icon, we go to the home screen, which consists of 5 categories. So users can submit items into these 5 categories, consisting of school, electronics, furniture, literature, and miscellaneous. So for example, in miscellaneous, we have these 4 different items that are available. So for example, if the person wants to request a medicine ball, he will click on the picture, and you can see more information about it. Like what is the name of the item, what is the expiry date. So the expiry date will state when the item will expire, because we don't want items to stay indefinitely on the market. So this will expire on the September 5th. And that's the category. The quantity states like how many different quantities this has. So this one doesn't apply for this medicine ball, but it will apply for stuff like the almond biscuits that were showed just now, like says there 40 pieces. Then there's a description that says more details about what the item is about and how to contact the person. So over here we have another phone that will demonstrate a person who is going to request items. So if we go to the account management page, we can see that he's a default user. This one was a NUS student. This one is a needy student. Okay, so basically, he will now try to request items. Okay, he go to the miscellaneous page. And he goes to the wallet. Oh wait, no. It goes to almond biscuits. So basically, he will say that, okay, you can see that 40 pieces, right? That's where the quantity will come in. So he'll want it, right? So he'll press, I want it. And request is made. So over, this item was donated by the NUS student. So if the NUS student goes to his account management page, he'll be able to see that among the items he donated, right? needy student is now listed as one of the requesters. So in this way, right, the donator will be able to keep track of his requesters and assign the item accordingly. So that's, demonstrate the donation page. So this is what the donation page looks like. You can key in the name of the item, the category that is under, and submit a picture. So the picture, we can get it from galleries or online sources. You can also take a camera picture and you upload instantly. Yeah, so the item is, there. And expiry dates and delivery modes. Yeah, so basically that's it for our demonstration of the app. So now I'll pass to Xavier to talk more about sustainability.
Yeah, so how do we keep this application sustainable? That's the most important question. And for a kickstart of the application, we can actually partner with NUS SAFE, which is Students Against Violation of the Earth, and to have the volunteers to help us to scout for hostels for items. This will also create a sizable amount of items to donate on the data in the database, so more students can join in and donate, and as well as exchange for items. This will also emulate the Salvation Army. Another idea would be to demarcate a collection point to place unwanted items and call the volunteers to come and collect bulky donation items if they want to. Yeah, and with all the government initiative and corporate initiative to actually go green and to save the Mother Earth by reducing waste and reducing our wastages in the landfill, I think this app would be a good start to test out in Singapore, as I don't think there will be any other apps in Singapore that actually does this. And NUS community will be a good place to start with. So I think this will be a good app to actually empower the students to actually have their first experience on going on green, online, on mobile. And with this, I'd like to end with our slogan, which is pass it on and make someone smile. Thank you. Yeah, we open the floor to questions, if there is any. Good to know.
So this free cycle initiative, is it an NUS initiative? Or is it something that you guys thought of?
It's something that we thought of.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple of points which I really like, and when I look at all the other competitions, the other apps, some of the things I look out for is whether there's an overarching ideals or some implementation of something that already have, that can get people interest. And I think if we can get this concept of free cycle, the idea first, and convince people, your app will just fly along with it, right? So I like that. So I think you should market that idea of free cycle. I think it's the first time I actually heard it. So quite creative brains for engineers.
Thank you.
So I think you should not only market your application, you need to market your idea of this free cycle. Secondly, that I look out for is whether the application can go beyond your NUS, your school, right? And I feel this is one of those. You hit a good point with the fact that it can actually help. You kind of want to emulate Salvation Army. When I'm sitting here, I'm actually thinking of Salvation Army using your apps, or I'm thinking of WWF using your apps, because there's always a need. People sometimes don't want to drive out to drop at certain bins and things like that. So there's a lot of possibility. So I highly encourage you all to go and try and contact these people and solicit your ideas. So back to the apps proper. I think there's a need. I don't see the closing of the loop of the whole transaction. I think that's another area that you may need to improve. For example, when I request, when I request and there's somebody when I put something out and somebody requests the last part that you did, and I go back to my portal, I see somebody request. I have one question I have is, what happens if I have too many requests? Is it by the first come first serve basis, or somebody who's really needy and really need really need that immediately, or this guy can say, hey, I actually need it but not now. So is there any weightage, or is just first come first serve, and how do you deal with that? Like I said, so once you accept, is there an acknowledgement that you are accepted and things like that? I don't think it's being shown here. But to me, that's the closing of the whole transaction, right? Whether you accept, okay, you already get it, this is where you have to go and collect it, and so on and so forth. I also hope, again, really make use of the location where's the things are, so that when you walk past certain places, for example, and you want that thing, that particular thing. I want biscuits. I want cookie. I don't care where it is, but I need my sugar, right? I want cookie. So I turn my LBS. I walk past. Somebody is there. Ting, you give me an alert. I check. Hey, yeah, there's cookie, and it's free, right? So this would be a very innovative. I feel that would be a very innovative ideas on how you can make use of things. And make use of the facilities or capabilities of the mobile phone, rather than get people to just text and tell you where it is, right? So I can have my wish list for today. I want cookie, I want misia, mirabos, bandung, or whatever, Coke, and whoever put it for free, I walk past, I get it. So, and it's a possibility, and it's not dreaming up, right? It's really a possibility with the location-based module on your phone. So, like I said, so I like the idea in terms of that you can tag to a general, bigger things. I think there's potential just beyond your school. It's good that you think your school is a test bed. That's good, but always think a bit more. And polishing up in some of your use cases to make sure that it's more intuitive and really make use of the capabilities of the phone.
Actually, we did consider on who to actually dispatch the items to, because we were thinking of maybe by what you said, first come first serve, or by then how urgent is the person requesting the item. But eventually we came to a common agreement that it will be very hard to actually decide whether the person is truly in need of the item, because you can actually state fake reasons or invalid reasons.
It's always difficult.
It's always difficult to assess the integrity, and it's hard to assess the integrity of the thing. So
at the end of the day, you try your best to make your best decision as a person who gives, and people don't abuse that system. But the fact that this is a goodwill application, you give the person
benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's my comment.
And the thing is about this app is it will match the right resources to the right person. So let's say cost optimization, it's like forming a bank of items, but people may not need the item necessarily, so they will still get it, but eventually maybe they will throw it away. So yeah, this will definitely match the right item to the right person at the right time. Yeah, on a first come first serve basis. So any questions?
Yeah. So I can see two scenarios. One is if you place something outside, and then as someone who wants to donate, correct me if I'm wrong, you will put something outside or you keep it yourself, and when people request for it, they will come and pick it up from you, right? You can work that way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The person will keep it with himself. Then
okay. They won't place it outside,
that one's for more of a kickstart kind of thing for the initial phase. To get the hype and to get the...
just want to reduce people from getting disappointed. If they go there and then it disappears, maybe you put something very popular like a printer, I bet it will be gone in 3 minutes. And then for the next 2 days, people will be coming to your hostel wanting to get a printer, but then they will walk away empty-handed. Just be careful out there. Yeah, okay. Because sometimes they will just check and then they won't see that you remove the items already, and then they will go down and pick it up and then it's gone. Yeah. Another way will be maybe you have a collection point somewhere instead. And then you just drop everything over at the collection point. If it's gone, then just get someone to say it's gone. Yeah. So people who wants to collect will also give feedback. Mm-hmm. And if just one person found out that the item has been collected, then he will just post it on on the same item list, and people will know, and then they won't go down to make a wasted trip. Yeah, just these are small little features that you can have.
Okay.
But I would love to use the app. I stay in the hostel, so
Yeah.
used to.
It's free, that's the thing.
Yeah. Except the things in the fridge.
Yeah. But that's just an example.
So about the UI issue, can you go back to the screen where what was it? The screen that this one, donations. How do you know which one has somebody wanting that donation without opening the thing?
Currently we don't have that capability yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you click one by one to see.
Yeah.
Okay. Then how
But-
do you decide who to give it to? Let's say there's 3 of them. There's 3 needy students. Who do you decide which? How do you
Oh,
say which is the student that kind of got it?
for now we operate on a first come first serve basis. So
So that means needy students say I want the almond biscuit. Nobody else can request for the almond biscuit anymore.
yeah, so the first person to request on it, right, his name will appear here. Then subsequent requesters shouldn't appear here. So yeah, the item is sort of reserved by the person already.
But can people click on that button again?
Okay.
Yes.
Can I add one? So let's say there's 4 of you. He wants it first, then second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So can all of you want it, or is only him wanting it?
Everyone can want it, but then the first person to post it will appear first on the ranking. Yeah.
Oh.
So let's say you're the first person, right? So the donator will sort of call up the first person and ask, "Oh, do you see one item?" Then maybe he says, "Oh, I don't want it." So maybe he can go to the second person.
But you said you only see the first person, so he'll see all the 4 names there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or will the second and third and fourth person know that they are second and third and fourth?
Thank you.
No, it's a secret.
So they may still think they are first and then go down and collect, right?
No, the donator has to contact the requester himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
can, you can split the.
Yeah. Each one gets 1 cookie. How do you mark as donated already? Can you mark it as donated or given away already?
No, currently not.
Yeah, because like what Diaj was mentioning, what if that printer was there, you donated the printer already, 2 days or 3 days down the road, people say, hey, I want the printer, so they keep pressing and nothing happens.
As a quick fix, right, what we can do is the donor can actually change the expiry date to whatever the day he wants to give away. So then that means, so that's a
but we're
quick
expecting a
fix.
donor to know how to do that lah.
Yes, of course, because when he showcases the item, puts it up on NUS Flea, he sets the expiry date. Yeah, so
okay.
he has the liberty to set it anytime. So once somebody collects it, maybe he can change that, edit that to the day of collection. So
It's
then,
gone. Okay.
yeah, that way we can say that it's been donated.
I think the potential is there, but in terms of fulfilling a transaction, it has to be worked out in a better way. Yeah, follow through the process. But I see the potential of people using this. For sure, hostel people will be using this. I mean, one way is to help people clear trash. So which is really useful, especially at the end. All the notes I see people throwing away. Yeah, this will be useful.
Yes.
Do you want? Good. One other thing maybe we can do is when they do that. I want to donate something at a time. Take note of their location as well using GPS. I don't know if you can do that long or not lah, but if you can figure out which floor, even better still. But if you can tell them roughly this is the area, at least they don't need to go so far. They know where you are. They can go figure out to get to you.
Yeah, just spend time on the closing of the whole transaction. Think about it a bit more because that will also dictate, right, how good and how easy the application can be used.
Yeah.
Because the idea is good.
So your future plans is it to continue with this app? What's your future plan after this competition?
Look like they're gonna do
We haven't decided on any future plans yet at this point.
Okay, I think you should. Yeah.
But given opportunities, would you?
Yeah, definitely.
That's still not convincing.
Are you guys third year students or fourth year students? We are fourth year
Yeah,
students. from-
current 4th years.
Okay.
Means graduating next year.
Next year. Okay.
I come from Microsoft. I will help you do a Windows 8 app on this. Yeah, I'll get Jeffrey to contact you after this. So you got future plans.
Actually, put it as a desktop, but it will be more fun as well. People bought nothing to do instead of going to Facebook, they can go ahead and see what second-hand things to think.
Be useful, man.
Yeah. Monster nothing to do, huh? And that cannot sleep.
You can build games, then people will fight. Get the CD. The fun part. Okay, I think not it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.